wants to go there. Bolton in front of him, always the bigger man.
At the fall of the ball in the forward 50.
So Daniel Rioli wide looking for Lynch. Weitering did well.
Fans it to Weitering. Motlop. Hopper a long one. Well done, Weitering.
From a long way out, inching towards the boundary line, looking, trying to find Rewalt. Third man up was Weitering to help and did really well. There's no one there, has to turn on the threepenny bit. High ball in under pressure and Weitering covers it off.
Weitering. Inside 50, Buse. Hawkins comes at the ball, well done. Weitering.
Poke in the eye.
Spoil each other there, the Blues. Everywhere. Cameron looking for Hawkins. Kick's got too much on it. Weitering emerging is a real problem. Close. Hawkins just...
And there was no way out. Hamilton, who is impressed last week for the Giants coming into the team playing on the wing. There's Hogan again. Cleared a bit of a passage for Ward. Well done from Weitering. Haynes didn't have time to look, just blasting it forward again. Weitering.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's...
He was a step ahead of him, wasn't he?
Yep.
Made life a little more difficult than needed for Weitering.
Ended up on a chair.
Around he goes. Doesn't wait this time. Oh, he'll be so flat with that. Isaac coming. Pit net disrupted anyway. Doesn't matter. The mark taken by Weitering.
Playing last week. Common in the pack in front. Couldn't take the mark. Simpkin lurks. Farms it out the back to Scott. From a step. Dangerous ball. Turner in front.
Rush all the time. Just taking yardage. Building up slowly.
Zabel to the wing, but always Weitering's ball.
It's Carlton team.
They've conceded the equal most inside 50s on average of any team yet.
Arky, Weitering, terrific matchup. Coleman was hoping for a loose ball, wasn't forthcoming until now, gets there.
Poor. Weitering works his way to the front on the hampered Larky. Silvati.
Zerha puts it towards the top of the square, Weitering.
Well, how close to 50? That'll be the telling thing. The biggest crowd for Good Friday, 20.
Off to Tucker. Ugly sort of a ball for the Kangaroos forwards. Easy enough for Weitering. Here's McDonald. Thumps it long. Drives the ball. Weitering was right spot, right time, as he's been for most of his career. Walker, all providing options. Tex is chosen just through his fingertips for Shelley. Left boot. Doesn't go.
7-2. All the kicks are going to the same spot.
This one directed at Walker, won by Weitering. Butts towards Philthorpe. Plowman flew. Weitering.
And here they come, the Crows. Butts. Three-man at half forward. Fogarty, but good courage. Weitering. To him. Weitering's.
It's across the face. And Weitering towards half forward looking for Membry. Weitering where Philippo will get over the back. Weitering there to tidy it up. And he
Then Mason Wood tries to keep it alive and give him another chance. In the air, Newman has to spin and Perrin out of trouble.
forward. Owens tries to get rid of Young and
Wicker's got to take him on. He does. Weitering, touch ball. Enjoyment. Thanks for asking.
I wish I had it. Hang on. Sharp. Only as far as Weitering. Got a centre corridor option. It's a good one too.
It's the boundary or the safety of it. Weitering. Good launch. McInerney. Danaher overcommitting. Weitering. Long ball here. McCarthy. Cameron was there as
McInerney. Weitering. Sharp. Neil. Dragged it around too much. And they've got players streaming forward. Long wide ball. Rayner. Weitering.
To English. Sets it up for Ugelhagen. Good strength in the body and it's wing. Lob looked the most likely. And Weitering and McGill.
I think it Cripps into the game as well. Only 9 disposals.
He's out here on the wing, as it was at the half. Baker. Jones. Ran into Weitering. McDonald goes to ground. The footy moves through McGovern and then Weitering. With Richards, powerful left boot. Weitering was at a position of disadvantage. He spoiled, then he tackled. Oh, wasn't far off being able to put a boot into it. Will keep on coming. Eaglehagen from behind. And
Right bottom around the corner. Myercheck gets a look. Maynard exploring Johnson, who took one of the great marks. Mitchell, high footy, Cox, pushed out of the way easily.
High and wide, and well done, Weitering, to get back into the contest.
Wow.
Do that, though, when you're facing something like that.
Moore. Weitering.
Drop the arms.
Warner pounds a long one. Not quite going to reach Buddy, and foreboard himself. Buddy's got to park under this. Weitering controlled it really nicely.
Slung in the tackle, carefully placed.
Factored that beautifully to Warner. Warner to a 1v2. Excellent mark.
Wrong. Fox was there, got it to Parker. And Weitering, who's been pretty good tonight. Beautiful to McGovern and Kemp involved as well. Now Weitering. Motlop's got it all to do here. He did it well. Man on the mark, Kennedy didn't come up. Stuck it down the throat here of Weitering.
Streaming through the middle, Nick Blakey. They can't get past Weitering.
Just needed to balance up. He had Buddy Franklin 5 metres clear of his man out the other side.
Looks to Parker in the air. Weitering. Weitering should mark and does.
Tracker, Spargo. Neat little ball it was. Gee. Smith out bodying.
Penetrating ball. Kennedy had
A quick entry, but he just didn't have a big size down there.
1v2. Lots of numbers. Bowie. Horribly undersized. Spargo. Again, they're kicking to an outsize.
Wonder where he thought he was going with that as May just slings it back inside 50. Van Rooyen and Weitering, wonderful work, Weitering.
Far for Charlie Curnow. We know the Bombers defenders have had their issues with key tall forwards in recent times.
Separate each other and create one-on-ones. They're both big enough to be nightmare matchups in the air.
Cast in the role of a rover. Guelphy tries to slice through. Stood up in the tackle. Plunging effort from Guelphy, couldn't hang on. Nice one-handed pick-up from Weitering. Akers. Draper to half forward. Weitering cuts it off.
Contested possessions are
2 goals, Essen, and Mason Redmond sends him inside forward 50 again. Oh, Weitering, brilliant. Couldn't get a game in 2020 at the Gold Coast Suns. He was an emergency 11 times that year.
seen a lot of action so far. The give to Newman and then to Weitering. Can he
To go across the line.
just tries to nurse it for King, but it was to the comfort of Weitering. How will he shape this kick? It's a bit of a walk. Jeffrey. Lofts. Lukosius had way too much to beat them. Keep toiling away. The half forward. Weitering wins this time. Play on.
Clever kick.
But Weitering might just get it back. Did enough. Good hands from Newman to Weitering. It is a Suns ball. Lukosius couldn't quite put it together. Stunted again by this Blues defence. Jacob Weitering a little sloppy. Made up for it.
To the wing. A little bit of grappling. Weitering. No one to go to. Launches it long. Meek, can he get there? He can't. Sends it to the pocket. Can Lewis get there? He can't.
Started by Weitering.
Down by Green, but Sard was waiting right spot, right time to Weitering. And they are stunned, this Hawthorn home crowd at the moment. Weitering with the one-handed pluck. Looks up, heads to the square, last chance, and Weitering stopped everything.
With who he was up against.
Heads out wide to Silvani, just good to have him back. Half forward, Bruce waiting for it. Weitering plucks it with one hand. Like he's picking up a kitten. Big offer, runner on. Second week in a row from Sam Mitchell. Lewis beaten by Weitering. Inside kick, outstanding.
Point now, Young with a driving kick. Jackson there. Good. Just a 1-point margin despite the time in forward half Carlton have had. Now they can generate something forward. Fremantle towards Jackson, but Weitering. Excellent marking defence to intercept. Although Amos has had a fumble, they were away. There was nobody in front of him. Leads the way for Fremantle this season. Young up to half forward. And there's a tough kick for O'Meara. A little bit of extra territory. He's got Jackson down there. Amos too. With Johnson towards Tracy. Good protection from Kemp.
As an advantage, the Dockers.
Young, long, and Weitering. Goes long up to O'Meara. Weitering with the reach. He's played a great game defensively. Started as forwards and have been transformed into beautiful kicking defenders. Opportunity to play it deep. Marshall's led under the ball, and Weitering, who's returned to his absolute to Koenig felt it. Farrell, meantime, is blasting long to Marshall. Weitering. 2 opportunities, but certainly doesn't there. Wow. Still going to land in the field of play, and Weitering takes
that forward line up. Petreski-Seaton, the ex-blue, heads deep and well read by Weitering. Plays what's forward. Well, De Koning went for it in the end and made it difficult for Hoff. Had to go down and get it. Picked off Weitering. Charlie's
back to Chincotta. Sideways to Weitering. Sees something he likes out wide, and a team that is completely under siege. Oh, wonderful mark. Well done, Weitering.
Late right now, so Darling's the man. Goes up, Weitering. Been intercepted. At least they're winning some clearance now. West Coast down the spine. Darling, big fist to Weitering.
4 times than not.
Blues players breaking. Weitering. Beautiful. Quick handball out to Kelly. He wobbles it. It's a floater. Does it bounce through? No. Ian started as the sub last week. End zone. Pumps it inside 50. Darling was the target. Weitering too strong in the air.
By Fogarty. Now the forward ball, and
His ball movement looks a worry though.
Adams. He and Myercheck not on the same page. Weitering yet again.
Pitternet to the front and to the back. It was a fist from Weitering. Either foot has never mattered, but that's going to land with Weitering. He goes low and hard. Weitering. Now they can go from half-back here. Kicks out.
Markov chews off a little bit more, straightens it up ever so little. Off hands Pitney. Maynard is going to send it long and deep to give them one last chance. McStay is caught on the wrong side here.
Weitering again. Beautiful defensive contested mark.
Pendlebury in game 3-7-6 for him. Weitering with a one-handed swipe pick. Dacos and Elliott. Dacos around the corner. Touched right on the line. But it's Kemp. Bit of a loose handball. Now Weitering to tidy things up with a little bit of depth in the kick, and he finds on the line. King pushed under the footy. Weitering strong. Look at him line up in the middle here, Paddy.
Chance here for St Kilda. Drives it high inside 50. Caminiti going back with the flight is Weitering. Up towards Acres and heading round the city side. Crouch. Great grab from Weitering. Went up one-handed.
Marchbank, Kemp, and now Weitering. Right in the air in the one-on-one. Goes long and deep, high ball. Weitering way too big for Higgins. Not a great choice to make.
Nasham wants a target inside 50. Can Weitering get there? He can just in time.
Newman got a task ahead of him now. Weitering, wonderful decision. Here they go on the counter.
Drives a long kick towards the wing, and Weitering, he'll get it and go. Wants to deliver deep inside 50. Marchbank peels off and leaves it for Weitering.
Asked a little bit of a question of Marchbank. He's got some support with Jacob Weitering. Blues are playing goal.
Big roar around the ground. Kick the next to in Oliver. Forward towards half forward. Floating ball over the top. Brilliantly taken by Weitering. Weitering to Langdon on the end of a series of handballs. Puts it to a dangerous spot.
Yeah, a fair bit of fumbling and a lot of slipping. I probably haven't made a bigger deal of it as I should have. It is very slippery out there. Very wet.
Always to the right. A little might fall short. Weitering knocks it through. McVee bursts away from Motlop. Lost his feet in the end, Milch, and Weitering stood tall.
Hands. Waiting in the right spot, Weitering. Kick. Whitfield will.
Just not capitalising, but you can see their intention.
Carlton lead by 1. Giants to half forward. He was roughed up that time by Weitering. Was so successful, but they left it there for Canelio. And they have a 3-on-1, and the lone one there for the Blues was Weitering. Who better? Hogan had to adjust. Brown at the back, Keefe from the side. Fisher. Kelly, they edge closer. Hogan's back in the square. He's come out now. Weitering denies Keefe. Hogan, again, just onto the boot without...
Be activated.
Thank you, Dal. Kelly out of the middle. Back with the flight, Hogan. Footy. Or not. He wants to get back there again.
When the game was up for grabs, Ward just won a couple of...
To be part of it. Oh, Keith will have a look at this.
And to do this without Solomon Taylor in the side has been an extraordinary result.
Yes.
Long ball, lots of Carlton players in the air, and that's taken a piece of the Andy fist in there. Wicks gets it going forward for the Swans. Really good hands, Weitering.
I say, Hodgie, what a Carlton need to do. Handball out there to Warner. They battle it forward here, Sydney. Now it's all up to Weitering. McLean, little bit of a fumble, lost track of the footy. Under real pressure is Weitering. Sard on his wrong. Now the Blues under Norbra's pressure. Sard knocks it. Weitering comes at the footy. Immediately with great composure, slides it sideways here to Hewitt. Way to Campbell. Campbell bangs the ball to half forward. It's 1-on-1 City here. Weitering doing a good job. Neat little chip. Shearer.
Direction. Weitering to float in. Jude Bolton had him spotted. Akers can go fast. Running support now from Weitering. Down the line, the long one, Lever to come in from the side. Tomlinson's there.
The ballers are forward, he just won't go with you.
Long one, and Weitering's the equal at the other end. Lever bashes a long one, and that's straight to where they don't want to be kicking it. Stay out loud. And Weitering just picks it off.
Patrick Cripps, the superstar from the Blues. In the meantime, Smith out wide and Weitering out muscle.
It's a high one forward. Pickett's the only one that can get hands to it for Melbourne.
Middle. Driving ball, pick at the target again. Weitering, wonderful mark. Kemp probably should have swallowed that. Weitering with a lovely touch ball to Cottrell. The Blues. The Demons need none. Viney. Little kick straight to Weitering. Weitering the all or nothing to Hollands.
This is the pressure kicked on the right foot. Cluggage. Bailey, and they just want it out of there. The Brisbane Lions. Weitering won that back.
Speed to Zorko. The Lions looking very much like the Lions. Forward for the Blues becomes suddenly a thrust forward for the Lions. Zorko kicks hurriedly. No one was at home. Weitering cleans up the mess. Gets it back from Newman. Now to Doherty.
Bruce, beautiful handle from the cluggage to Zorko. Weitering, as he so often does.
This time it's Coleman again. The long ball towards half-forward. Rayner back with a long mark. The Blues, you sense, one-eyed at the moment. Up it goes, inside 50. The Blues are Weitering. How good was that? So we're edging towards three-quarter time. And to Berry.
Looks from McCarthy, but Weitering read it beautifully. You heard what Chris Johnson told you about.
And he made a play on the ball.
Hit the ball, which probably saved it.
Weitering takes the mark. He's going to send it back into attack. Carlton are really coming in big time. De Coney!